How you doing? Welcome back to Vinny the Axe. Today we're coming to you from the garage. Funny story this week. So one of the smoke detectors in the house was making a really weird sound, and it wasn't the occasional beep when the battery goes dead, but I thought it was still maybe the battery. So I was looking for a 9 volt, and of course, when you're looking for a 9 volt, you can never find one. And you'd think I would have them being I'm a guy that has a ton of effects pedals, but I usually take them out of the effects pedals and use them for other stuff, and I had none, so I had to order some batteries. But at any rate, I was searching around the house for a 9 volt, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. My Hendrix Fuzz pedal has a 9 volt in it, and I know it works, so maybe I can use that temporarily till the new batteries come in, because, I have to have the smoke detector working in the house, you know what I mean? Nobody wants to burn to death. So, anyway, I figured I would show you the inside of the Hendrix limited edition Fuzz Face if you've never seen the inside of one. And I'm going to try a new idea about how to put the battery in. So we're going to move the camera over to the top of the Fuzz Face so you can see it, and then we'll talk about it. All right, so I'm going to switch things around a little bit, and then we'll see how we make out here. Okay, so I think we got a good view of the Fuzz Face. So this is what the back panel looks like if you've never seen one. I'm going to take the screw out here, and I already have it pre-loosened, I guess you could say. Inside of the panel, it's got the little fuzzy thing to make contact with the battery, even though it kind of shifts around. So inside the Fuzz Face, there's really no clip to hold the battery in place. You just have this little bit of a ledge, and then you have the inside in that piece of foam. But it's still kind of like really never sits in there correctly. And if somebody's got a better idea how they put theirs in, hit me up in the comments, because I'd like to know. And so, anyway, so Fuzz Face, if you've never seen the inside, there's really a circuit right there. So all of this is just pretty much empty, and there's a whole history of why this thing is the way it is, and the casing and stuff. But it is a cool pedal. It's not really friendly to go on a pedal board. They do make pedal-friendly versions of this of this circuit, and there's a bunch of different companies that make close to this circuit. I have to say though, out of all the fuzzes that I've owned, this one I sounds the best. It just sounds the best. And I've tried. I've got some boutique ones, and I like the sound of this one. It has nothing to do with the Hendrix thing. Matter of fact, I was gonna do like a almost like an abomination here and buy an actual standard casing, and then rehouse this whole entire pedal innards in that to put it on the pedal board. But then I came to my senses because it's a limited edition pedal. I don't want to mess with it. So, um, anywho, so I got today some of this. I guess you call it poster tack, or I think it's poster tack, sticky tack. I mean, when this came out, like I think in the '80s or something, they used to call it fun tack. I think it was blue, if I remember correctly. Not really sure, but anyway, I'm thinking I use this stuff quite a bit to mount different things, and I also paint miniatures, and I use this to mount the miniatures to a handle so I can actually paint them, and it holds them in pretty good place. So I'm thinking that if I take some of this and put it in here and mount the battery, which I got a brand new Energizer. If I mount the battery to this, I think maybe, just maybe, it won't rattle around. And what's cool is this stuff comes off; it won't damage anything. Especially when in the kids' rooms where they want posters and stuff hung up every 5 minutes without punching holes and stuff and hanging poster frames. We just use this to kind of hang their posters because they kind of go through phases with stuff anyway. So we got our battery in here, and I'm thinking because this ledge is here, I could either put it to the flat of this, or I can kind of try to stick it to the side. So I'm thinking possibly maybe if I can get it on both sides, like really just kind of maybe roll this, because you want to kind of smush it. I'm thinking about rolling this. And I'm not an expert in this, so I'm just saying smush it so that, I mean, roll it so that when smush is a technical term, right? When I smush this thing, it'll make contact with both sides of this metal lip, and maybe, I know I'm covering it, but maybe, just maybe, and I probably don't need that much on the top. Maybe I can do kind of something like this, give it more of like a surface area to hug onto, if that's a thing. It's hugging now, making up my own crap as I go along here, folks. But anyway, I think I got that mounted pretty good, so you could see that the where are we here in the camera, you could see that the tack is now stuck there, and it ain't going anywhere. It's not damaging the pedal. So for you collector guys out there, and then who the hell knows, man? Maybe this is a thing, and everybody's been doing this all this time, and I'm just like, oh, I got this grand idea. Let me use this stuff to mount the battery. I got an idea. Let me invent a fiber optic wire that transfers information. Oh wait, somebody already came up with that. So I don't know, but I think this works. I've never heard anybody talk about it, and look at this. It ain't going nowhere. It ain't rattling around in there, which is annoying as hell. And then we just put this guy back on, and there's a hair in there, and must be one of the girls' hairs. It's my wife's hair, probably, or somebody's, because I don't have any, so it's not mine. And we'll get this guy wrapped back up and see how this works. And we got our screwdriver, and I'm gonna hook this up, and we'll demo it a little bit so you guys and girls out there can hear it. And let me guess, did that thing come loose? No, it did not. That is awesome. It's not rattling around. All of that for a squishy piece of fun tack. So I think what we're going to do is we will take this inside and we'll plug it in, and we'll see how it goes. All right. Hey, thanks for watching another episode of Vinny the Axe. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon.